Hello. I hope you guys can hear me loud and clear. So let me just check if all the streams are working. Everything looks good. Yes, looks good as of now. So yes, welcome back to today's stream. Uh, again, trading, that's what we do. That's our job. That's what we are going to focus on, right? So London session, yesterday we saw a great sell-off. Yesterday we saw a lovely little sell-off in the markets. So we'll start off by firstly, obviously, filling up our day, starting our day, and seeing where we are in the markets. So quickly going to go to TradeZilla. So get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. So let's go to TradeZilla quickly. Continue. Come on, log me in. Alright, so let's start our day and start filling in the details as expected, as we need to, so yes, firstly bringing in my templates so that it's easier to see what's going on, deleting this. So I woke up on time, I meditated, I have done my affirmations, I haven't traded, I'm going to do my pre-market research, and I'm going to journal my trades later on. So start of the day, pretty good. Economic calendar, let's quickly go through it. So nothing apart from some major news. FOMC minutes are going to come out today, so I'll just take a quick screenshot of this. So since there's a US government closure, right, we are not expecting much to come out. We are not expecting much to change, but we need to still put in things that are relevant, that will impact the market. So I'm just going to put this here so that I can see it later on. And let's just get rid of everything that's here first of all. Quickly. All right, so let's start off with the weekly view, where we are in the week right now. I want to see, because that will basically try to define what I'm expecting from the market. So we are trading below the previous week high. We have gotten rejected from the previous week high in a way. So that's not really a good sign. There is not going to be any fair value gaps that are going to be left today in this week. So that's for sure. We are still trading below our target of the previous swing from here. So the target for the previous acceleration gap is still higher up. So let's get that. It's for 400 and 450. 200, 250 is achieved. And if we get rejected over here, I'll not be surprised, right? I'll not be worried about a rejection over here and think that, oh, what's going on and how will this impact the markets? Because that's normal. That's okay to get rejected after 200% to 250% range. So I will just take the screenshot. I don't think there is much to view right now, because we are still at the top of the trend. We are still at the top. We are still at the top of where we should be. So nothing to see on the weekly for me. I'll just put that there and write it down. Nothing to see on weekly. Acceleration gap target has been reached. So that's the only thing that I get from the weekly right now. And the reason I'm doing it on a Wednesday is because we are halfway through the week. Most times we will reach the target of the week on Wednesday and Thursdays. So just to basically be on top of the market, you need to do all these things. On the daily, yesterday was of no significance in my opinion, even though we have swept previous day high. So yesterday we swept previous day high and got rejected right over here. But no engulfing candle, no nothing. We swept high, we swept the low, we have swept both sides of the market on yesterday. So I'm not seeing anything which is going to change my opinion in regards of where the market wants to go. I'm just going to stick to my bias, that is that, okay, let's see where what sort of trading happens, where the market ends up from here. That mentality still remains open, and we'll just stick to that mentality for now. So let's see. Daily, does it give me anything? The only thing that I will be looking at on daily for is how do we react inside this fair value gap if we reach that. So let's just mark it up and save it. I mean, right now I would say nobody can tell you whether they are bullish or bearish. You just need to go with the flow and see which way the market wants to flow. PDL and PDH taken yesterday. HDF markets might be ready to start a secondary downtrend. So that would be my analysis on the daily time frame. Moving on to the 6 hourly, now fun part begins. So 6 hourly, now this is where we have a few footprints. So I'll be looking to see how we react inside of this. And we haven't reached there yet. We can get rejected from here. I'm not saying we will not. And if we don't find a trade, let's say in the London session, New York session, I would like to see if we can do a change in state of delivery over here, CISD, whether it will happen or not. If it happens, that would be great. If it doesn't, then that's another story. So that will be where I'll keep my eyes on. I will also keep my eyes on this balanced price range to see what happens in here. So this balanced price range is going to be crucial if we go inside of that. So on the upside, this is an area which I'll keep an eye on. On the short side, CISD, and that will set up my New York session, not the London session in my opinion. Overall, yeah, I mean, still very, very confusing to say where the market wants to head. It's just we need to see some sort of reactions to be sure where the market wants to go. Looking at this whole leg up, we haven't entered the 50%. We entered over here, but that leg was a bit shorter. So if we are considering that leg, we'll have to measure from here, and that time also we didn't enter. So in this big leg or big range up, we haven't gone into the discount yet. I would love to see us go into discount, and the discount will basically be this fair value gap in this order block. So overall, if my bias remains bearish, I will basically be aiming for this area. That is the area that is crucial to me on the 6 hourly. So I'll mark it, take a picture, and then just put it right here so that we are aware of what's happening. Oh, I made a smiley instead of making what I wanted to. Oh, come on. And yeah, lot of footprints higher. I would expect a retest and then make a decision on MTF bias. Alright, so that will be the start of the day. Now I'm aware of what's happening on the 3 time frames that are higher up. You can obviously go down to 90 minutes and see what's going on, but 90 minutes obviously is mostly the New York PM session, right? New York AM session. It's not going to give us much. It's not going to provide us with much information apart from that, okay, we have left a massive fair value gap on the upside. If we don't invert that, there is no trade. The only thing that I would like you to see is this new week opening gap. So this is what is very, very crucial. So this new week opening gap right over here has supported the price. So let's mark it down. New week opening gap, and this is very crucial. The way the price bounce out of this is very, very important. So if we are going down, we cannot target beyond this. So if we start going lower, you have to basically keep your money and take your money at this point. So let's just put it out. Let's just put this as well, so that we see whether we are able to follow our rules or not. New week opening gap below, we should not target any shorts lower or move SL aggressively in that area. That would be good for me. So open bias, I'm not so concerned about where the market goes. I'll just be open to where the market wants to head towards and make decisions based off what really happens. So yeah, let's see. That's it. Overall, so that's start of the day done. Overall, the week has been beautiful. Trading has been beautiful in my opinion. We have been up around 29R over the course of last 1 week. So that's been amazing trading. I'll be honest. We have had losers. It's not like we have not had losers. We have had losers, but overall we have made money. So that's what matters, right? Overall, if you're up, that's the goal of the game. That's what defines what sort of, how you're trading in the markets. So, oh shit, sorry. So let's go. Let me just quickly open the charts as well over here and log into my different profiles. So I'll need to log into, so sorry, I'm just trying to log into everything so that I have everything ready. So this will go. Looking at the intraday liquidity, we have left equal highs. Even though, I mean, some people might say this is a sweep of liquidity above. It's not. It's relatively equal highs. So I'm not going to take that as a sweep of liquidity. For me, that is just market wanted to go higher and got rejected from there, and there's nothing to see there. Like, that's how I will put it. There's nothing to see there. You just need to stay calm. You need to wait for market to do something. Indeed, this is something that basically excites me. So if I see a change in state of delivery right over here, I will be happy to long. So that's for sure. If I'm able to see this sweep happen, higher pricing, change in state of delivery right over here, that's what's gonna turn me bullish, and I will love to take a trade there. So being honest with you. All right. All right. Come on. What are you doing? Okay, so that's a good dump. Let's see whether we can sustain it. Oh, let's log in, by the way. Okay, logged in. Let's see. Thank you, Nico. The dashboard stats are looking good, aren't they? Thank you. It takes time, isn't it? It takes a lot of time to basically reach those sort of stats. Am I getting disconnected again with the OPS? Guys, can you tell me if the stream is working as expected? Can someone tell me if the stream is working as expected? So it should be okay. Okay, this is weird. I need to sort this out. I don't know why OBS is trying to do this to me. Okay. Guys, can you confirm if the stream is working as expected? Just let me know in the chat so that I'm aware. Nico or Daisy, anyone who's watching, is the stream working as expected? Okay, lovely, cool. So yeah, just need to keep an eye. I don't see a trade yet. Let's just look at gold. What gold is trying? Oh my god. Okay. Gold is not looking bad in my opinion. I'll take a quick small position on gold. I want to see how we react here. So this will be the stop loss. Do we get 2R? Where do we get 2R? So this will be the trade. Yeah, I'll take a trade on gold and see how it performs. So yeah, let's go. I'm in a trade on gold. I want to see what sort of price action we get. It's a 2-hour trade, and the reasoning is, look at the way we swept the Q1 high and then the straight rejection lower with a fair value gap, and then we tried to retest it, and we have done a change in state of delivery on this candle, engulfed it completely right over here, right? And again, after that, we are aiming to basically do a change in state of delivery right here. It's not done yet, but that's why I took an early position. Now the aim of this position is to basically go inside of this massive range, close to the 50%. So that's why I put my TP over there as well. So if we are starting a lower leg or a secondary downtrend, maybe just a chance to get to the 50% would be a good trade for us to have. And the risk for this is, as you can see, less than my normal R, around 0.7 R, not even 0.5, which is fine. Happy to take that risk because it's looking good overall. Obviously 90 minutes, if this sort of price action happens, right, we will go back to retest these acceleration gaps. And if you measure these acceleration gap, have we achieved the target? Let's just check it out. So we haven't achieved the target, but this will be a retest of the acceleration gap, which will put us in the right place. So target is around here. So let's see if it doesn't play out. It's a very small risk. I'm not going to take a very high risk on this trade and see what happens there. Cool. Back to NQ. Nowadays, I'm having the first trade as a loser no matter what. First trade of the day ends up being a loser, and then I start recovering. So NQ is accelerating below. Yeah, this ends up being a sweep at around an hour back. So I wouldn't have traded that no matter what. So let NQ accelerate. I don't care. We'll see what happens at Asia low and then make a decision. All right. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to put it out there. I'm happy to take questions and see what I can do with them. So NQ just keeps accelerating. Let's look at S&P. Same. YM is a little slow today. YM is a little slow, but I don't want to trade it yet. I think this trade is fine. That's a light risk. Let's see what we get, how it performs. Difference between balanced price range and FVG. Footprints are anything like order blocks, fair value gaps, any sort of thing that the market leaves where it shows that, hey, this is the place where liquidity entered the market. That's footprints. Nothing like too fancy, just different, everything accumulated together into a singular name is footprint. Fair value gap, order block, breaker block, liquidities, that's footprints. And difference between balanced price range and FVG. So balanced price range and FVG is when back-to-back 3 candles basically leave an imbalance between them. So this is an FVG, right? A balanced price range is when you have two FVGs on opposite directions, right? So when you have that sort of price action where there's one FVG over here, so let's look at one example, okay? So if you see this price action, right? Let's find something for you. Not here, not here, not here. Wow, there's no. Yes, right over here, see? So you had this small FVG towards the downside, right? And then the market just rallied through and left another FVG. So this area, this small tiny area becomes very, very crucial. The area where there was no VIX between the two FVG is balanced price range, and that's very crucial because you basically keep an eye on that to decide where the market's going to head. So that is balanced price range. Looks like this is gonna stop us out most likely. Not liking the price action. I wanted to see a change in state of delivery straight away and a closure below. That would have given us a good momentum to go towards the downside. But as of now, like still fine. The candle is looking good as of now. Like if it closes like that, I don't mind that candle. But yeah, Nasdaq is falling. I think the trade came a little earlier than when we expected it to. It came over here when it left a fair value gap and then just dumped. But that's completely fine. We'll wait. We'll keep waiting until we get an opportunity. And once we get an opportunity, we will take that opportunity and run away. What am I looking at here? So gold is trying to go higher now. It doesn't want to go lower. I still think that it will go down to retest this fair value gap, which will give us our TP1 and then most likely go down into the discount of this massive range up. So this range is basically a 15-minute range. If you'll see, there's not been any down close action overall. It's just been like one candle pump, and it is getting extended now. So it would want to do some sort of, retracement lower so that it can go higher later on in the day. Maybe not. Gold has been on its own little run, so you don't know. You might be completely wrong, but that's you take a risk because you want to be part of the market. You take a risk, otherwise if you will not take a risk, you'll never be part of the market. So yeah, yes, let's look. Hmm. Let's see. I'll keep an eye on Nasdaq, but nothing to see on Nasdaq yet. So not a nice close overall. I'm not liking it much. Let's see what happens here. I don't know, like it doesn't feel right, this trade right now, but we'll give it time. We'll give it time to play out. We'll give it time to see what really happens here, and decide based of that what to do. Oh, Steam came up. I play Dota, so yeah. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Nasdaq. So good bounce from this fair value gap. As of now, looks good. We okay. This is something to keep an eye on. So there's this order block right over here. So there's this order block. I don't even care about this fair value gap for a second. So there's this order block on the 5 minute, right? The last candle before we swept all this liquidity above. So this liquidity, right? I don't mind this if we can see, but the problem we'll face is that you can't enter a trade until you close above this and you have a change in state of delivery. So it's a wait and watch for this. Can't really do anything about it. So there's not much apart from gold. I don't see any trade right now. Gold is the only one that is giving me a feeling that yes, I still want to go lower. Even though you had a good bullish candle, the previous one, I still feel that gold is the one which is giving you feelings that hey, I want to go lower. I have a plan to go lower. So I'll keep an eye. I'll keep an eye to see what happens here. Isn't the OB below the FVG for NQ, I guess? So this one? No, because there's this the order block is the last bearish candle before the move up. So the last bearish candle before the move up, because this candle right over here opened lower and closed lower as well. So this is the order block that is there. It's not this one. No. This is insignificant because this did not even sweep the liquidity of this high. So gold is trying to do something, just consolidating right now. We'll need to wait. We'll need to watch gold more aggressively just to be sure that it is doing what we want it to do. So yeah, we'll need to give it space and time. And for these, for Nasdaq and others, yeah, the change in state of delivery is very high. For S&P as well, the change in state of delivery will happen right over here, and then you take a long from there and maybe you can play it out. In terms of short, I would say there's still an SMT on the highs. Like this was the trade of the session, to be honest. So this never swept, even though it's a minor one. This never swept Asia high. YM never swept Asia high. It was literally equal highs right above, whereas Nasdaq did. Nasdaq swept the Asia highs by tiny bit, by margins, and you see it swept the Asia high over here, swept it twice, and then the market fell. So yeah, the trade came very early compared to when we start trading, so that's completely fine. So gold is trying to do a change in state of delivery now. Let's see how we react inside of this fair value gap, because every footprint that we have left on this leg up is crucial, right? You need to give respect to every footprint that has been left. So you just need to be sure that when you're trading a counter trend, when you're basically in a trade that is against the trend, you are more active, you are basically looking at the charts, you are basically reacting to things that are happening as they come along. So yeah, gold looking fine for now. Good engulfing candle, a nice change in state of delivery is happening right now on the bigger leg up. But yes, I'll still love to see it accelerate below this, basically reach this, so that I can close one contract and I can move my stops to break even. But let's see, it's wait and watch. I'll not take any TP until here, and I'll move my stops once we have, let's say, left a fair value gap and retested it. So keeping an eye on gold, keeping an eye to see what it does. NQ sleeping. Nah. Okay, there might be a trade on YM as well. If we are able to, if you're able to basically close above this area, like let's say this area, I'm happy to take a trade and take it to the equal highs right up top. It will not be, nah. No, I'll not take this trade. It's not enough R. It doesn't give you enough price moves to be profitable. See, at the end of the day, remember one thing, guys. What is trading? Trading, and what is a winning trade? What is enough R? When we say we need to have enough risk to reward, it only means a simple thing. A trader must be profitable at the time that profit target is hit. A trend should be long enough. So when we talk about trends, right, a trend should be long enough for a trader to be able to make profits. If he cannot make profits, then the trend is not long enough. So 2 minutes until this candle closure, that will result in a tiny fair value gap right over here. I think there is one. Yeah, there is a small fair value gap right over here, and that will basically let me move my stops to this high. So let's see if we get one. But yeah, this candle has to close more bearish than what it is right now. I don't want to see like big lower wicks on this candle. If there are big lower wicks, then I'll be worried. We are still, to be honest, we are still very far away from the discount of the bigger range. We are in the discount of this range, and that could trigger a change in state of delivery to the upside and sweep off all the liquidity above, which I acknowledge and which I know can happen. But our trade is based off the bigger range, so I'll basically stick to my stop loss as it is. Yeah, not liking this candle. It's not looking as bearish as it was at one point, so give it 44 more seconds, let it do its thing, and see what happens. Yeah, that's the kind of price action I wanted to see. Let's see how we close in the 26 seconds. So with that, I'll take one contract off. I'll take a TP here, and only one contract left. One contract is off, so everything is updated. That's cool. 9 more seconds. Now, what I don't want to see, Okay. Over here, the only thing I don't want to see is this price engulfing this 5 minute candle again. If this price engulfs this 5 minute candle, this gives us a false hope, right? This was the false hope. This was basically the retest of this fair value gap and a bounce of it. That's one thing. But do I move my stops straight away to break even on this trade? Now think about it. When do you move your stops? You have already taken a TP. You're basically, initially you were 0.75 risk. Now you are lesser than that, right? You have taken a TP, you are out of the market half of your position, so you're just 0.35 R risk. So if that sort of a price action is happening and you're seeing, okay, the market is going in my direction, I'm scared, I'm worried, what is going to happen? Oh my God, I might lose everything, all my profits. You start crying, you start worrying. When that sort of a thing happens, what you should do is step away. Step away from the chart, because moving a stop loss right now doesn't make sense to me. Why? If we move it and we just go and retest this fair value gap, I'll be stopped out, right? So what you do is you wait for the market to show you where it wants to head. Let it stop you if it has to. You took a risk. When you took a trade, you basically took a risk to and accepted the fact that I will lose this money, that I'm happy to lose this money to be able to make some money, right? That is the risk you accept. So we are fine. If it stops us out, we have taken some money off. If it stops us out, it will stop us out for a $90 loss. If we have already taken, I think around, I'll say $50 profit. So $50 profit, $90 loss. At the end of the day, you are still part of the trade with only a $40 risk. That is 0.3 R for me. No, that's less than, no, that's not even 0.3 R. That's 0.15 R. No, $40, 250, 0.1 R. So that's 0.1 R risk or 0.2. I can't remember. My calculations are killing me. So I take $250 risk per trade, right? That's my 1 hour. So $40 is going to be like 1/6 of that. So yeah. So 1/6 of 100%, whatever it is. So you just remember that, and you let the trade play out. You let the price action play out. You give it space and time to play out properly the way it wants to. If it doesn't go in your favor, it doesn't go in your favor. You accept defeat and you move on to the next trade. So just my 2 cents. We will move our stops, but we will move our stops when we see, let's say, a fair value gap being left right over here. Like, I don't know whether it will leave or not, and then retest of that fair value gap and a change in state of delivery lower. If that happens, that tells me that I can move my stops to that point, because if the market goes beyond that point, it might just keep going higher. It might just inverse the whole trend. But before that, there's no use. So taken a TP there, just going to let it run. Nasdaq just wants to keep falling. It's a breaker block now in the play. Yeah, Nasdaq, I so want to enter, but I would be just jumping in a trade which I should not be in. So I'll let it play. I'll just let Nasdaq do what it wants to do. I don't want to play it yet. So 1.5 minutes left to this closure. Let's see if we can leave a fair value gap right over here. Any questions from anyone? Feel free to ask. I don't mind answering. We have already taken a trade, so I'm not so worried about what happens. Okay, one thing I've learned on Pump Fun, I'm going to stop people from being able to comment. There's someone just, can I get rid of this person? Yeah, please. Yeah, sorry about if anybody on Pump Fun doesn't like to see naked girls, and there's a person who's posting naked girls. Sorry about that. I've got rid of the comments. Can't help it. Can't change some people. They are just they are what they are. It's not easy. It's not at all easy to manage people. I just don't understand their mindset. So 6 seconds. Let's say if we leave that fair value gap, but obviously, even though I would love to see a fair value gap, the sort of reaction we are seeing on this candle from the fair value gap below is not so much fun for me. So yeah, we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep watching what's happening here, because if I see a change in state of delivery, that turns me towards bullish price action. And honestly, we are in an area where the bullish price action can start from. So I'll not be surprised if we see something along those lines. Let's see. Let's see. What I would love to see here is just a clip inside and then a dump down. That would be perfect. If that happens, that would be great. If that doesn't happen, that's completely okay. We accept the fact that we have taken a TP and we have reduced our risk further. On the other hand, there's no trades on Nasdaq or S&P 500 right now. Yeah, nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. No. Can't take any trades there. What are we waiting for on NQ? Nothing, Nico. There's nothing happening. It's complete constant dump. The only thing that you can wait for now is some sort of a reaction from Asia low if we sweep that. If we don't sweep Asia low, then my friend, a closure above 25074 to go higher, a change in state of delivery. Otherwise, there's no trade on Nasdaq. Like the trade was right over here somewhere, and at that time I was setting up my stream to get online. So yeah, nothing for me. So I'll not be surprised it turning around and stopping us out because of the sort of price action we have. We are bouncing from a very decent area. I will not be surprised with that at all. So this is the range. If you will see small impulse move up, we are in the OTE. If we want to bounce, it's the perfect place to bounce. It's a perfect place to bounce from. No surprises, nothing. And if we want to dump, well, we will change the trend. And then if we dump from here, go below this fair value gap, I would say it will hit our TP very quickly. It will be like a 15-minute period in which it will just straight go to TP. But yeah, it all depends on how we react to that fair value gap now. So keep an eye on this retest which is happening now. We want to see what sort of price action we get in here now. Is CISD on higher time frames stronger than lower time frames, or is that there a time frame you always use? Well, change in state of delivery on any time frame is change in state of delivery on that time. You need to see there is nothing called it is stronger in the higher time frame, it is weaker on the lower time frame. At the end of the day, lower time frames define what happens on higher time frame, right? And higher time frames dictate what should happen on lower time frame. So all of these are correlated, right? So change in state of delivery, the only thing that it tells you is that, hey, I was bearish, there is a chance I'm turning bullish now. It doesn't tell you that I am bullish. It tells you there's a chance I'm turning bullish. But then you need to wait for other confirmations. So change in state of delivery together with a fair value gap plus a sweep of liquidity, that all things combined together gives you an idea of where the market wants to head towards. So you cannot just rely on change in state of delivery. You cannot just say, oh, there was a change in state of delivery, so I'm entering a trade. No, you have to be like, what are the other footprints that the market has shown? Like for this trade, a sweep of the quarter one right over here, right? Straight engulfing of the price action that swept that quarter one, leaving a fair value gap, a retest, kind of a retest of that fair value gap, and then a change in state of delivery towards the downside. That is what resulted in a trade that we were looking for. Nothing more than that. So we have to remember all the things that are playing out together, not like one thing only and that is my trade. No. When you create a strategy, when you build a strategy, you build a strategy based on multiple confluences. A single confluence will only burn your accounts. Let's see any other questions that are coming through. uh, oh my goodness, I'm going to turn off my camera for a second. My alarm's going off. Okay, better. Okay, I'm back. My alarm decided to go off. All right, all right. So, not looking good. I'm not liking that we are, after trying to go above and failing and closing inside the fair value gap, we are again trying to do the same thing. That basically signifies there's a bit more buying pressure than you expect, and all you have to do at that point of time is be like, what can I do with my trade to kind of manage my risk? In this case, it's a weird one. I still don't want to move my stops. Reason being, this fair value gap hasn't been tested even once. So, a price action where we go higher to create a lower high and then get rejected is still possible. So, I'm going to stick with the same stop loss with a 0.3 or 0.2, whatever our risk that I still have on this trade, and let it run. Other than that, there is no such move. Nasdaq is not doing anything. So Nasdaq has turned this into a breaker block. I want to see how we react to Asia low. I don't see a trade yet, but let's see. Let's see if we get something. So yeah, I'll just wait for it to happen. And in regards of gold, yeah, keeping the same stop loss, let it run, let it do its thing. I don't think we should move it just yet. We should see how we react. We should see whether there's a change in state of delivery. We should wait for all those things to basically tell us that yes, your trend has completely reversed. 3 candles don't tell you your trend has reversed until it's a clear direction, until it's a clear indication. You are still in a downtrend right now, in this shorter downtrend on the 2 minutes or 1 minute, if you'll see. So this was the uptrend, this was the whole uptrend coming up, and now we are shifting it to a downtrend and going lower, right? So I'll just keep the trade open, let it do its thing. With that, I will basically call it a day, because I don't think I'm going to be trading Nasdaq. Like, it just doesn't look like it's giving a move right now. Like, it is giving a move, not in the direction I expected it to, or the way I expected it to. But yeah, for people who basically still want to trade Nasdaq, look at how we react to Asia lows. If we go lower, let's say if we go below Asia low, and then we start to reverse, and we give a change in state of delivery over here, this might just be your move of the day, where you take a trade from here, you put your stops below whatever low was created, and you aim for New York AM low, whatever. I would say aim for previous day high. So you go for previous day high. This will be your trade of the day. So I don't mind taking that trade later on, but you need to see a reversal. You need to see a reaction of that level. Until unless there is a reaction of that level, I will not take that trade. So yeah, just wait for it. Just keep looking. Just keep finding it out. But remember, the kill zone for London is a certain time, right? If you don't find that trade in the next 1.5 hours, you're done for the day. You're done for the day, as in you're done for London session. So you need to be able to find a trade from 6:45 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. I would say London time, or maximum by 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. London time. So those 3 hours are the only period that you look for a trade in. And if you found a trade in that period, just get out of the market. You don't really need to stay there. You just don't need to just keep sitting there and doing something, just to pass your time. So always remember that there is a specific time that you trade in. 2 to 3 hours period where you should find a trade. If you don't, then you just get out of the market, right? With that, thank you so much, guys. Really love talking to you guys. We'll be doing another live trading session soon. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And take care, everyone. Bye-bye.